Bourbon in Louisville is Louisville. It is the historic product of Louisville.
When people came here and grew corn and other types of grains, if you didn't sell it in the year that you grew it, you lost it. And what bourbon did is it gave the Kentucky farmers an opportunity to convert their crop into something that was tradable and that they could sell.
At one time, Bourbon Row, the 13 blocks on Main Street, included something in excess of 50 distilleries. Louisville wanted to recapture that. Along came the idea of Bourbon Row, and luckily we had several clients who were interested in following through on that. Some were brand new startups, some were existing heritage distilleries.
Well, that's the reason why we're here. We want to be a part of Bourbon Row. It's phenomenal what's going on in Louisville. We're bringing back the original name, Kentucky Peerless Distilling Company. We want you to feel like you've gone back in time 100 years. You're going to be able to come through the front door and it's going to go from grain to bottle. In order to get to where you need to be, you have to understand the whole process of how to build a distillery, what you need to do, rules and regulations, the licensing that needs to be obtained. Bingham, Greenebaum, they opened the door for us, really. They gave us an outline of what we need to do, what we need to accomplish, and things that you never even think about in business. They've worked on distilleries for 100 years. I mean, you have to have the law firm for you to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
When you're creating something from scratch or leveraging our knowledge from other projects, it still involves many practice areas within our firm. Often our clients have great ideas, and they come to us for ways to make those ideas reality.
Evan Williams Bourbon is Kentucky's second largest selling bourbon. The concept of taking a visitor center and snapping your fingers and making it happen, it would be nice, but it's not. It's a very involved process. And Jeff McKenzie and Bingham were critical partners in the process, whether it's getting permits, dealing with regulations, dealing with incentives to help defray some of the cost of building the product.
The distillery industry is very heavily regulated. Everything they do, every drop of product they make, you're integrated with both the state and federal government in everything that you do. Our experience in construction and development, site selection, incentives negotiations have all been instrumental to the front end of the project.
Michter's Distillery downtown will be a fully functioning distillery that we're going to be bringing tourists through. The idea is to really reach out to the community, reach out to visitors, and bring them through the facility where they actually will be producing bourbon downtown in the historic building. This project has been incredibly complex. The regulations and requirements for a distillery in general can be quite a quagmire of requirements. Add on top of that a historic building to take advantage of historic tax credits. On top of that, in an urban environment where you have buildings immediately adjacent and safety concerns with a distillery in a high hazard space, Jeff and the firm have been incredibly invaluable. They've helped us navigate through the historic tax credits. We've done some major work here that needed some negotiation with the State Historic Preservation Office, and we couldn't have done that without Jeff and his team.
It helps to have worked for so many, so that when a new project comes up, there's nothing that we haven't seen yet. We're always looking for something new.
So we have people coming from all over the world, all over the country, to come to visit Kentucky to learn about bourbon.
Downtown is going to be unrecognizable in 5 years when all these projects come online.
It's an exciting time for everybody in Louisville.
They all saw the value of having something downtown and drawing on the 850,000 people who travel from slugger to slugger every year in downtown Louisville. 5 distilleries is quite an attraction already, and who knows how many more we'll have.